Zion Williamson, addicted to women and addicted to food. And right now, I'm not sure which one has damaged his career more. Let's get into it. Zion Williamson was supposed to be the next LeBron. He came into the league first overall out of Duke with major expectations. The questions surrounding Zion were not if he was good or not. It was how great is he going to be? He was predicted to be a franchise player, face of the league, an all-time great. Zion came into the NBA, dominated his opponents from the very beginning. But it seems that Zion's real opponent is availability. Not the defense, but the discipline. In sports, they say the best ability is availability. Zion has missed half of the games he's supposed to play in since he's a rookie. Now, many people are starting to call Zion Williamson a bust. I don't know about that, but I do know that he's addicted to busting down 304s from OnlyFans. Zion Williamson is living the best um, NBA multi-million dollar bachelor life that he can imagine in his head. Now, anything personal, I'm not going to get up here and speculate or present like it's fact. All right. But we can detect a pattern of behavior here. This is like the fourth or fifth Instagram model, OnlyFans model, adult film star that Zion they got caught up with. And that's on him. Zion is the only NBA player that they have to put clauses in his contract for weight and body fat percentage so he's motivated to stay in shape. The Pelicans have paid Zion over $200 million dollars, and he has spent it on food and women. This man has missed so many games that the Pelicans had to put more clauses in his contract for minimum amount of games played during the season. This man has made hundreds of millions of dollars and he hasn't even had to go to work all the time. Between him and Ben Simmons, they got to be the biggest Ponzi schemers in NBA history. I do not understand how you could be so rich, famous, have all of this access, could essentially have any woman in the world within reason, and you choose to be with an OnlyFans model. I do not understand why NBA players consistently choose some of the lowest quality, passed around, ran through women that they can find to be in intimate relationships with. I just don't get it. You would think with all of this wealth and power and influence and popularity that these men have, that they would choose the most exclusive, upper class, high quality, well raised women that they can find in the United States of America. But no, that's not what they do. I do not understand how Zion, with all of this money and resources, who can afford to hire a chef, by the way, who can afford to purchase any food he desires to eat at any moment, chooses the worst possible food to eat. And a part of the problem is he's in New Orleans, and New Orleans is the worst possible place to be. You talk about you on a diet. Too much good Southern fried food. Let's be honest. I think his career would have played out much better if he would have got drafted to New York, which is where he wanted to go. You know, in New York, they don't have all this fried food. Instead of eating all these fried po' boys, he could have had a wrap, a smoothie or something like that. You know what I mean? And you got to walk a lot in New York. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk up and down the stairs. You got to be slim enough in New York to fit through the MTA turnpike. There's not a lot of fat people in New York, but he is in New Orleans, the Big Easy. And I think this is the worst place for a person who's struggling with a food addiction. Now, let's understand this. Whether Zion ultimately becomes labeled as a bust or not, it really doesn't matter because it doesn't change the facts. And the facts are Zion has already won. How did he win? Zion, regardless of what happens on the court, is already a rich black man who secured generational wealth before his rookie contract ended. Everybody's goals aren't the same. Everybody's not in it to win. Everybody's goals are not to become a champion. Some people just want to get rich. Some people just want to get paid. And that's the uncomfortable truth that a lot of sports fans refuse to admit. Calling Zion a bust, that's about your expectations. Those are your thoughts. It's about what you thought or what you wanted him to be. That doesn't mean that the criticism is invalid. We just need to put it in its proper perspective. Fans have a right to be disappointed in Zion. They pay good money for those tickets, and they are fans. They can feel however they want to. The franchise has a right to be disappointed in Zion, but only to some degree, right? Because didn't everybody get paid? Did the checks not clear? Did the Pelicans not financially benefit from Zion playing basketball in New Orleans? If Gail Benson is not complaining about it and it's coming out of her pocketbooks, then who are we to feel any way about it? So I hope that Zion doesn't waste all his money on women and food. I pray that he doesn't squander his generational wealth paying off lawsuits and sending Zelle payments to ladies of the night. But that's on him.